again. It's a Sunday. This is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. I hope each and every single one of you are getting up, facing the Sunday, facing the day that begins the week, and are getting refreshed. I still do it. I don't know why I said used to. I still go to church, and I still get that refreshment, that spiritual refreshment that I need for the remainder of the week. You know, I was thinking of the pandemic. And I was thinking about friendship. And those friends that were there for me during the pandemic. And I'm thinking about how we especially need friendship during this time of inflation, the time of recession. Some of us are beginning to lose our jobs. Some of us are running low on cash. Some of us have raised our debt levels to such high levels as never before because inflation has hit us hard. And we're going to need some friends. I was thinking about the time I had just moved to Florida from California. Right when I moved there, what happens? It was less than 6 months after being there. I had everything settled. I had my office set up. Whammo, we got hit with COVID. Now, I didn't know anybody. I only had one friend in Florida, just one. And I didn't know anybody in Florida. I didn't know who to talk to. We were locked down. We couldn't really go anywhere. And I didn't have anybody to talk to. But luckily, I had these friends from California that kept calling me every week and sometimes even every day just to see who I was, how I was handling this being under lockdown, being by myself. I wasn't ever afraid of the virus. I was never afraid of that. But I was afraid of my mental health condition because here I had always had people surrounding me, and now all of a sudden I was alone, dead alone. Had that experience once before when I went through a crisis in my life and how alone that I felt. Well, pandemic was worse because it lasted several months. Sitting there, trying to keep busy, trying to learn how to cook on YouTube, trying to do all this stuff, and still I kept reaching out to my friends. They kept reaching out to me. It would have been nice in Florida to have a friend to talk to, but I had none. So I was looking at some portions of my life where you have felt that alone. You've all felt it. And thinking about what is really a good friend. And have I been a good friend? And do I continue to be a good friend? Even to those people that abandoned me during the time that I needed it and may have abandoned you also, do we can still consider them as friends? So a true friend is one who stands by you in need. No matter what you need, no matter what problem that you're going through, what depression you're going through, what financial issues you're going through, what spiritual issues you're going through, a friend is always there, no matter what. Those that abandoned you during that time of your need probably should hold them at an arm's length. But those that were there and comforted you and guided you and told you the truth and fed you when you needed to be fed and encouraged you and all this good part of friendship was there because they were a true friend. They were there at your time of need. And then also a friend gives what is hard to give and does what is hard to do. They put up with your harsh words and with things hard to endure. They're there. There's probably about 7 things that a friend does during that period of time, and it's they give what is hard to give, they do what is hard to do, they endure what is hard to endure, They reveal their secrets to you. They keep your secrets. They don't abandon you in times of trouble. They don't look down on you in times of loss. I tell you, when my company had several years ago, my company had a crisis. And at that time, I knew exactly who my friends were, because those that stood fast to me and were there were there. Those that didn't want anything more to do with me because of what happened, they ran. Those friends were never really friends. They were there to use and abuse you, but never to advise you, never to love you, never to console you, never to keep your secrets. They were never there for that. They were there for themselves, but a true friend was there. The person the person who these things are found is your friend. If they have all of these 7 qualities that I just said, that is truly a friend. It's amazing sometimes when you go through hard times, and we're going to go through hard times during this recession. We're going to go through hard times as we see that our money is not going very far. We're going to see who our friends truly are. Gosh, I have had friends who literally would give you the shirt off their back if that was the last shirt that they had. I think what we need to do, we need to recognize these 4 good-hearted friends. Because we have them in our lives, but sometimes we don't pay attention to them. But these four good-hearted friends are described as the helper, the friend in good times and bad, the counselor, and the one who's compassionate. You see, the helper will always guard you when you're in trouble. They will guard your property. They will guard your finances. They will guard your spirituality. They keep you safe in times of danger. When something needs doing, they supply you with twice the money you need. The friend in good times and bad, they tell you secrets. They keep your secrets. They don't abandon you in times of trouble. They even give their life for your welfare. The counselor, they keep you from doing bad. They support you in doing good. They teach you what you do not know. They explain the path to heaven. The compassionate friend, they don't delight in your misfortune. They delight in your good fortune. They keep others from criticizing you. They encourage praise for you. Now, these are the qualities of a friend. And I have friends that are truly, truly good friends who have all of these qualities. I treasure them. I have friends that I have known since college who every single day we talk to each other. Every single day we give each other advice, or we make fun of each other, or we try to make each other laugh. We also know when they're hurting, we know when they're in pain, and we offer our counsel to them. Those are my best friends. Those are the friends that I allow into my life on a daily basis because I know I can love and trust them. And they love and trust me. Those are truly good friends. Then I have friends that are kind of like arm's length. Yes, they make me laugh. Yes, they are there to just to be a friend. But when the tough times came, they were not there. They ran. They went some other place. And some of them didn't even tell me they were moving. They just moved. Didn't tell me. The only way I found out is LinkedIn. It's pretty bad when you have to look up your friends on LinkedIn to find out what's happening in their life. Because during the tough time, they abandoned you. But they know, because they call on me even still when they're in tough times, for counsel, for guidance, for love. I never abandon a friend. I always take them, and when they need help, my arms are there to help them. And I have friends just like that. But you have to take those arm's length friends and put your both arms around them and say, okay, listen, everything's going to be fine. They may not be there tomorrow for you. They probably won't be. But you still have to be that friend. I tell you, I tell this story so many times. When I was in Hong Kong, I picked up the Book of Buddha out of the hotel room. You know how we have the Gideon Bible in our hotel rooms here? Well, over in Hong Kong, they had the Book of Buddha. And I just so happened, I just took the book and I opened it like right about in the middle of the book. And there was a story there, and Buddha was talking about, listen, to be a good friend, you've got to be able to console them. You've got to provide them with counsel. You've got to be able to tell them the truth at all times. You've got to feed them when they're hungry. You've got to provide them with shelter when they need a place to stay. You need to be able to give them money when they need money. You need to be that kind of a friend. You always be there. You got to keep their secrets. When they tell you a secret, you've got to keep it. But then, at the very end of this story that the Buddha was telling, was a very nice, lovely story as he was talking to this one individual. And then at the very end of the story, he says this, and I've never forgotten it. He goes, it's very difficult to find a friend like this. So you have to be a friend like this. I've always remembered it. When I think of my friends, no matter what experience I have had with them, good or bad, supportive or non-supportive, loving or non-loving, truth, untruth, I have never forgotten what Buddha said. You have to be a friend that you want as in a friend. It's like the Bible that says, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's the same thing in friendship. But still we know that we're going to have to hold some of these people at arm's length because they're not that friend that you need. But you have to be that friend that they need. I know it's hard, right? It's like a slap in the face. Yeah, they're not going to be friends with me, but you have to be friends with them. Right? Remember what God said, turn the other cheek? But I still remember, and I still live by it this day, that what Buddha said, I mean, we learn a lot from what God says, but we can also learn about what other spiritual leaders say. And what Buddha said that day to me was, be a good friend always. So as we go through this turmoil times of economic ups and downs and sideways and backwards and forwards and whichever way we're going in, we are going to need some help. And we are going to need a friend to talk to console with, to tell us secrets. Let's be that friend. This is Mike Lodge. Listen, if you want more access to me, go to my website at www.lodge.co.com. Again, that's www.lodge.co.com. Everybody go out and have a good day. Call up a friend, get some coffee, and chit-chat. Be a friend. Bye-bye.